Hey tricksters, Patrick here. Today we're going on a little field trip, a walking tour of gay Toronto. Now there's gay places sprinkled throughout the city, but I'm talking about the central hub, the ground zero of the village, which is Church Street. If you have a trip to Toronto planned, or you're curious about what the gay scene is like in the city, then this is the video for you. It's a beautiful day, so let's get started. So we're starting here at the top of Church where it meets Bloor Street. Now the gay flag crosswalks went up for World Pride, which was in 2014. These ones I think were added after. This is obviously the trans flag. So this is more of an official beginning to the actual village because you can tell because they did the rainbow sidewalks. This is Gloucester. Am I gonna die if I cross the street? No, I'm okay. Look, construction everywhere. Imagine I fell in the pothole. Ah! You all remember, of course, Queer as Folk. And the American version of Queer as Folk was filmed here in Toronto. This building that you're looking at right now, this entrance here, that's between these columns, I'm gonna show you, was the front door of somebody. Oh, is it like boarded up? Look, there's a building permit. Anyway, this entrance was used in Queer as Folk. I don't even remember who. This is terrible. I should have done that research before this video. But somebody lived here in Queer as Folk. And then back in the day, like 15 years ago, I applied to live in this building. And so then one day I came and I was hanging out with my friend and I was like, oh my God, I have to pee so bad. Now this gate wasn't here. Okay, this was just an open, this was just an open stairwell. You can see it goes down. So I had to pee so bad that I actually went down the stairs into the stairwell and I was peeing down here. When I finished peeing, I come up the stairs here and then guess who's standing right here? The owner of the building who like I had given the application for to live in the building. And I had the balls, and he knew what I did. Like he's not stupid. He knew I peed down there. And I had the balls to stand there and ask the guy, oh, so did I get the apartment? Yeah, Patrick, you just peed on the property. You think the guy's gonna let you live there? This, I gotta show you this. This is, you need to tell me in the comments what you think about this because I have my own opinion and I'm gonna tell you right now. I fucking hate them. They're hideous. But I wanna hear your opinion. Seriously, let me know in the comments. Okay, I need to show you close up what these actually look like. So, it says Church Wellesley, right? Village. Look at the font. Look at that hideous font. It looks so dated. And then watch. It's like rainbow swirls, which seems like it would be okay. Like it's heading in a good direction. Look. And then at the top, there's like this silver ball. And then they light it up like there's lights. Things cost $87,500 each. There's two of them. They're kind of like gateway markers, signposts, if you will. The amount of money that they spent on this is just way too much for me to justify like what they are. Those also went in for World Pride 2014. So anyway, let's move on to something positive, which is Smith. So Smith is a restaurant, it's right here. And if you have a chance, if you're in Toronto, go to Smith, absolutely. This is out on the street. Now, if you saw my other video, which was when I was shopping for Pride, and I was trying things on with Vance, this is where we came. They have so much selection. This is where I was gonna film a lot of stuff, but there is a lot going on here today, so I chose the wrong day. So let me run across the street and try not to die. Oh, there's a hot guy coming on a bike. Here, you tell me what you think. Yay or nay to the hot guy that's coming on the bike. Ready? Here he comes. Barbara Hall Park was formerly Cawthra Square Park and it was renamed after Toronto Mayor Barbara Hall. Yes, I'm reading this. I didn't memorize this. So Barbara Hall was a Toronto mayor. She was a human rights activist and a staunch supporter of gay rights and the first mayor of a major city to walk in a pride parade. But also in the park, there's the AIDS Memorial I won't disturb their event, but here is a picture of the AIDS memorial. Obviously, you can see it's a beautiful memorial. There were so many names. I'm gonna be reading, all right? The 519 has been around for 35 years. Okay, it's a charitable nonprofit organization serving the queer community in the Toronto area. This is the place to go if you live in the city and you're queer, even if you're not queer, but you need resources. This is the place to be. So we're very, very thankful that a place like this even exists. We are approaching Church and Wellesley. This is the epicenter intersection of the gay village. So I'm gonna take you over here because I need to show you something. Okay, see across the street, it says Rexall. That's a pharmacy, but it wasn't always a pharmacy. Oh no, ladies and gentlemen. That used to be the home of Proud FM, and Proud FM was the first commercially owned queer radio station, and it was right here, right in this this upper area here. So this entrance, you used to go in, and then the whole Proud FM studio is up there. So if you don't know about me, I was on the radio. I started at reception, and then I moved up to the weekends, and then I ended up doing mornings with Deb Pierce. And our show was called Breakfast in Bed with Patrick and Deb. And literally we would sit in this corner up here on the second floor and interview people like Dragon's Den people, politicians, activists. I had Lady Gaga come through the door before she was anything. Now it's gonna start to really get interesting. So like even the banks are gay. That's the TD Bank. I mean, they put that up for pride and they just leave it because they're like, whatever, we're gay. Oh, I have to show you this, okay, before I walk by it. So here, this is the remnants. See these stairs here? These are the remnants of something that was called the steps. So all along here, these are very, very famous steps. So everyone used to come here like on the weekend and stuff and hang out and sit on the step. Like these steps are so famous that there's a comedy sketch troupe from Toronto called Kids in the Hall. And they had a whole sketch comedy show called The Steps. And so based on these stairs. Now this is all that remains of the steps. So Lasai, so sad. So Glad Day, see Glad Day right there? Glad Day is a very famous bookstore. It's the oldest queer bookstore in the world, opening in 1970. And they have a huge selection of lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, two-spirit, and queer literature. This is the Second Cup. Very famous little coffee place and patio where people hang out and have coffee and see and be seen. The nice thing about the Church Street in the summer is that they do all this stuff. So they sort of section off the street. So yeah, they do these like patios along on the street, which is nice because, you know, Toronto, it's not always this weather. So it's nice that when it's nice that we have a place to sit outside. Okay, now look what it is. Dun, 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 dun. Which brings us to Steamworks, of course, which is down this little alley. Is the main entrance to Steamworks. Of course, if you know my channel, then you've been watching and you know how much I talk about this place and these types of places. So there's the entrance, of course, is right here. And conveniently enough, I used to live right there in that building. Oh, actually, also when I lived there, I used to come out this back entrance here. And then remember I showed you Proud FM? You can go in this back entrance and Proud FM is upstairs. So I had everything. I had my work, I had my play, and I had my living. I mean, it all feels very small community, but it's not, it's a big city, I promise. There's Sambuca's, it's great Italian food over there. If you like Italian, the Well is a trendy little bar that's relatively new, and they have drag shows and stuff over there. Oh, don't forget, above Sambuca's is Pegasus, so up there, and they have like pool tables, and it's a very like relaxed atmosphere, maybe a more mature crowd, which is nice. So it's a little bit quieter, not so sceney. Oh, Craig's Cookies, oh my god, these are the best. If you come to Toronto, you need to get Craig's Cookies. Oh, and then you've got the Stag Shop, of course, little adult funwear stuff. And then the Love Shop actually just went in over there. So you have your choice. There's a lot going on this corner because we've got a bunch of patios. So you've got over here, over here, you've got the Church Street Garage right there, which is not great food, but amazing patio that gets a lot of sun. And then on this corner, you have the Church Mouse in Firkin, which is part of the Firkin chain. So, I mean, it's very just generic pub food. It is what it is. When you go to a Firkin, you know what you're getting. Anyway, they've got a little patio out there too. This place is called O'Grady's. Now, they have arguably the best patio because it stretches all along here, goes all the way down here, and then in the back. However, overpriced, not so great food. It's hard to find great food in the village for some reason. I don't know why. So this is actually the Steamworks building. This is the opposite side, the other side of the Steamworks building. This door used to be the main entrance to the spa on Maitland. So before it was Steamworks, it was the spa on Maitland. And oh, you can see me. Hey. It was the spa on Maitland, and in those days, I was a bartender, and sitting at my bar in a towel was George Hislop, who is a very famous figure here in Toronto. He was a co-owner of one of the bathhouses that was in the 1981 bathhouse raids here in Toronto, which was huge. I mean, the police went in and they arrested all of these people. And yeah, he used to sit at my bar and drink in a towel. So God bless him. He's not with us anymore. And we're gonna hit a few big landmarks now that you're probably gonna recognize or you've heard of before. Oh, let's see if we can see the drag queen. Oh yeah. She's at the bar, of course. Over on this side, we've got Woody's, which is right there. Now, you probably, if we're talking about Queer as Folk again, you probably remember Woody's as the main location where the boys would hang out. You probably recognize it. They didn't try to hide it. Sailor is connected to Woody's, so these are kind of two in the same, basically. And then right next door to that is Flash. You can see right there. Flash. Upstairs is called a Cock Bar, which is a strip club. So fully nude dancers and stuff. Downstairs is just more of a dance club. They have drag shows down here. They have drag shows here, 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 here. They have drag shows everywhere. Thank you very much, a RuPaul. And then right here, you have the Black Eagle, right? Which, you know, the Black Eagle is more of a leather crowd, a little bit older. They've got a little maze. Upstairs, we can have sex. They have a really great patio, actually, in the back, too. This is, obviously, during Pride, this is all closed, and they have booths, and they have stages. Everybody comes out. It gets super, super busy. All right, now, that brings us to this. I know. Take it all in. Take it all in. This is Cruisin' Tango. Now, it's basically two buildings that this whole space is a club. Let me know in the comments, just looking at the outside of the building, what do you say? Eyesore or icon? Let me know in the comments. Lots of controversy about this building because of the hideousness of it. Oh God, okay, I wasn't supposed to have an opinion. Very popular with the younger crowd. It's very fun. I've had lots of fun nights in there. I think there's plans to throw a condo building on top of it, which might change this from a club into retail or something. The older generation is kind of sad to see things closing and moving on. And then we have all these big, huge condo buildings, which are bringing in more people and more diversity, which I think can't be a bad thing. I just don't want to lose gay places to go because it's always nice to go to a bar. This is a boutique bar. They have really nice little cocktails here. I've had many a martini in this bar. And then over here, you can see, yeah, right there is the men's room. So the men's room is a success story here in Toronto. So they started here, and then they opened one in Montreal, and there's one in Chicago, and they've got like everything you need, like jock straps, underwears, bathing suits, lube, toys, plugs, everything you could possibly want. Actually, there's even a barbershop in the back. Okay, now we're at Church and Alexander. And this is where I'm gonna share with you a little bit of history of Toronto and the gay village, because Alexander is the street Alexander, and there's a street called Wood. Both those streets are named after a guy named, well, Alexander Wood, obviously. You can see here on the sidewalk, see this square? See this outline? It goes like this, right here. So right on this very spot used to stand this statue. Now, as you can see, that statue is no longer here. It no longer exists. And I'm gonna tell you why. So Alexander Wood is a guy who comes from Scotland in 1810. And he finds himself at the center of a scandal where he allegedly inspects the genitals of males suspected of perpetrating a sexual assault by pulling down their pants and inspecting their penises and buttholes. And then he was accused, basically, that people were like, wait a minute, this is not how you inspect people for like assault. You must be gay. So that's what happened. They were like, you're gay. So this goes on for the rest of his life, on and off. He's widely known and ridiculed as a Molly, which of course was slang for a gay man. All of this land around here was his land. Alexander Wood owned this land. So people started calling this land Molly Wood's Bush, this whole area. And now this whole area is part of the gay village. The village BIA thought, oh, what a great idea. We're gonna put up a statue here of Alexander Wood because he's kind of like our forefather or something. They discovered that Alexander Wood was a founding member of an organization called the Society for Converting and Civilizing the Indians and Propagating the Gospel Among Destitute Settlers in Upper Canada. So basically, he was part of an organization that was taking Indians and what they were calling Indians at the time, and then converting them from their own culture into his culture. And so this is not seen as a good thing. So they have removed his statue. It came down very unceremoniously. So we're coming to the end of the village here. We've got the rainbow kind of marking the end. That's Alexander Street, like we've been talking about. Ugh, God. I mean, you tell me, okay? Like, if you do like this, tell me why you like it. Because I would love to be sold on the idea of this hideous... It's such a waste of money. You know what I would have loved to see is something arching over the street. Rainbow would be cool, or just, this is just marker. First of all, no, you can't see it. Nobody can see it. It's like hidden. So expensive, such a waste of money. So, oh, this is a great place. Hair of the Dog is really fun. The ambiance is really cozy. They've got good beer, nice service, but expensive also. But good food, actually. So this is all obviously new. And this is what the area is becoming from those buildings that I showed you before to these. Okay, obviously there's tons more to see than that, but at least you got the gist of it. So go ahead and book your trip. Am I getting a commission from Tourism Toronto from this? Like, what? Anyway, I will meet you in Barbara Hall Park, or Woody's, or Steamworks. And remember, go to patrickmarano.com, sign up for my newsletter to get more personal with me. And I'll see you in the next video. Mwah!